Today I want to talk about the power of using live music to practice your transitions. So let's talk about that right now.
I'm djTLM, and this is Share the Knowledge.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Bandzoogle. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy djTLM, and you're checking out a video clip from my Share the Knowledge podcast. If you want to check out the full podcast, click on the link in the description box down below, and you can catch a new episode every Monday on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Anchor. Let's get into the video. So this is something that I've mentioned in a couple of my videos over the years, and I just saw a new comment on one of my YouTube videos that was all about this as well, and that is the power of mixing with live music. So don't read that title wrong. This is not about doing a live mix. This is about mixing live music. Now, when I say live music, what do I mean? When I say live music, I'm talking about music that was played by actual musicians. So this is not a discussion about what's real music and what's not. I'm just talking about music where the drums are being played by an actual drummer, not a drum machine. The difference here is a drum machine will be on point. That tempo, let's for instance, you have a track that's 112 BPM. If you have a drum machine doing the drums, it's being programmed by a producer, that's going to be 112 BPM all the way through. So when you have that track and you're mixing it, you're safe. It's going to stay the same tempo. If you're playing music that's played by live musicians, even if you have the best drummer in the world playing the drums on that track, and that track is 112 BPM, that tempo is going to fluctuate throughout the track because a drummer is human and not a machine. So those drums will never stay 112 BPM the entire time. Now, what that means is it adds a layer of difficulty that really has to have your full attention at all times during a transition, because you can sync a track. So imagine you're playing two tracks from the maybe even pre-disco era, like some soul funk, played by live musicians. You have one track playing. It's a live track. It has a certain tempo. You get the new track. You cue it on the headphones, you're trying to blend it, you try to match the tempo. At the moment you got it, the drums are actually in sync. If you let that track play for maybe even 10 or 20 more seconds, all of a sudden they're not in sync anymore. Now this is going to test your ears, because you're going to have to really stay on point to hear which track felt behind or went in front of the other. So is the track that I'm trying to mix in, did it play a little faster for a second because the drummer just played it a little faster, or did he play it a little slower? And even when you adjust a couple of seconds later, that could adjust again. So it needs your undivided attention. Now, of course, I know I spoke about not looking at laptop screens. In this case, you could also use your laptop screen to see which file is falling behind. I get that. But if you're going to do that with tracks like this, you're really going to have to stare at your laptop the entire time. That's not a good look. You want to train your ears, because that really builds some good skills right there. I've seen this a lot of times when I used to go to parties here in Amsterdam. It was a party called Paradisco at a club called Paradiso. Now at that party, they were playing disco, soul, funk, but like all of the music being played was like live music. Again, when I say live music, I just mean played by musicians. It's not an actual live concert recording on vinyl, but just live music being played by real musicians. I've seen DJs struggle during transitions there because they had it, they matched it, and then they started to work the EQ, and within the next 5 seconds, one of the tracks was getting out of that sync, and they had to go straight back in, give it a little nudge or hold it back. Then when they try to go back to the EQ, whoa, they had to go back. So you're fighting with that track the entire time to keep it in sync. Now, of course, with modern day tech, you have the option to actually take tracks like that, put them in Ableton, and put markers on all the right points and warp it so you can actually turn the track into a track that plays at a steady BPM the entire time. I get that. You have tricks like that, but that's not what this is about. This is about challenging yourself as a DJ by making it more difficult. So you're now learning to really use your ears and stay on point the entire time and manipulate that track manually to keep it in sync. For modern day music, you will never need that. But just imagine if you're practicing with stuff like that at home, how much easier it will become when you then start to play modern day music again that has tempo that will stay the same throughout the entire track. You will have that track synced up in no time like that. So this is not something you need to do the entire time. But if you're practicing your DJ skills, this could be a very great addition to your practice routine. Take a couple of old soul and funk tracks and try to blend those, see how that works. Just a little trick I wanted to put out there. I've mentioned this before, that this is the most difficult thing to mix. So maybe this will never be part of your actual sets, but it should be part of your skill building set to try to challenge yourself. And you might as well just do that at home. It's perfectly safe. You don't have a crowd around, but it will help you build skill that you can always use later on in your career. So that's it for this video clip from my Share the Knowledge podcast. If you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click on the link in the description box down below. I want to send a special shout out to my sponsor, Bandzoogle. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications button so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. If you like this video, make sure you like the video and share the video, and I'll be back soon. Until then, if you want to ask me a question, you can do that in the comment section or send me an email, djTLMtv@djTLM.com, or check me out on social. The handle is @djTLM everywhere. I'll be back soon, guys. Until then, peace. Bandzoogle makes it easy to build a stunning website for your music in minutes. You can choose from hundreds of mobile-friendly themes and then customize your design and content in a few clicks with Bandzoogle's easy visual editor. Now, all the features you need for a professional website are already built in, including tools to sell your music and merch commission-free, mailing list tools to grow your fan list and send newsletters, and integration to pull in content from all your online services, including Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. I use Bandzoogle to create the Share the Knowledge podcast website, and that was very easy. Bandzoogle plans start at just $8.29 a month and include your own free custom domain name. Now, if you want to try it out for free for 30 days, click on the link in the description box down below and be sure to use the promo code SHARE to get 15% off the first year of your subscription.